Cadillac cruise control.
Designed as a way to ensure students in public schools have an opportunity for vocational agricultural education, this organization got its roots in the state of Virginia as an all-boys club after the passage of the Smith-Hughes Act in 1917. Formerly known as the National Vocational Education Act, the Smith-Hughes Act was passed by the U.S. legislation in 1917 and provided federal aid to states in support of teaching vocational education in areas such as agriculture, industrial, and home economics, declaring that national vocational education was an urgent necessity. Since passage of this act, Future Farmers of America organizations have blossomed across the United States. Rich in history and strong in traditions, the Future Farmers of America organization has been available to students in public schools across America for nearly 100 years. Today, more than ever, this organization is vitally important to the personal development of students, who through their involvement in FFA become leaders and help to affect change globally on issues related to agriculture, environment, and the sustainability of a viable and safe food and water supply. Most people don't realize this organization touches the lives of every person around the world. The creed of the Future Farmers of America organization speaks to their work ethic, honesty, and devotion to others. It speaks volume as to the moral and ethical compass this organization demands. These are the most influential paragraphs. I believe in the future of agriculture with a faith born not of words but of deeds, achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturists, and the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggle of former years. I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly, with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil. I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. The FFA motto, although just 12 words strong, speaks to the heart of what this entire organization represents. Learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve. The National FFA organization is designed on the viewpoint of layered leadership. At the lowest level are the individual chapters. This is the individual schools who are home to dues-paying members. For many members of the FFA organization, this is their first experience in an agricultural classroom or activity. Dues are $7 per student per year and are paid to the national organization. All local chapters within a state make up the state association. According to the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education's website, there were more than 25,920 FFA members from 340 FFA chapters in Missouri during the 2015-2016 school year. All state associations make up the National Future Farmers of America organization. Today, FFA membership is comprised of 649,355 student members in grades 7 through 12 who belong to one of 7,859 local FFA chapters throughout the United States, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. I asked previous FFA members what were some important life lessons that they had learned from FFA, and this is what they had to say. What are some of the most beneficial life lessons that you have learned through FFA?
FFA has taught me hard work and dedication, and also through programs taught me how to be successful in what I'm doing and how to talk to other people in my profession and learn from them. And I learned that there's always two ways to do everything, and one way that works for somebody else may not work for myself.
What are some of the most beneficial life lessons that you have learned from FFA?
I think throughout FFA, one of the major things that we learned was leadership, and the interview process is another thing that really helped me out getting my job at MFA where I work now. It gave me a good background in how to deal with the agriculture problems that we face and all the stuff that we need to know to be able to help local farmers accomplish their goals.
Clearly, the mission, creed, and values are taken seriously and exercised on a daily basis and throughout every meeting or event. This organization will help people develop socially and professionally, enhancing the ability in public speaking and perfecting social communications. These are just part of the career building that is done through FFA. In all public high schools, the agriculture education program is made up of 3 parts: classroom, FFA organization, and the Supervised Agricultural Experience Program, known as SAE. In the classroom, students can take agriculturally related classes such as greenhouse, animal science, welding, or a host of other options depending upon the school's curriculum. Future Farmers of America is the organization students can choose to become a member of and participate in events and competitions such as livestock judging, horticulture education, and other competitions. The SAE program is a very high individualized program allowing the student to develop and track a supervised experience unique to them. Students may run their own small farm, start a small chicken farming operation, develop a community garden, or any host of other projects that are agriculturally related. The SAE allows the student to develop in an individual project that is important to them. It is often through this project that students find the most self-confidence and satisfaction. Additionally, many students learn from the first time how important what they do is on a global spectrum, and amazingly, they find they enjoy science. Projects such as SAEs are the foundation for global changes because they all start with a simple idea, dream, or inquiry. To demonstrate why FFA is so important to future generations and what they are doing to make a difference in the world, one must look at their importance on 3 levels: nationally, internationally, and the impact this organization has on students and their future. When considering the impact nationally, the first thing to come to mind is the American farmer. American farmers, many of whom were members of the FFA, are mass producers of products such as cotton, soybeans, beef, swine, corn, and nearly every other product necessary to either grow the food eaten in America or to produce the clothing worn. While there are still considerable imports, many are on items not available to be grown or harvested in America due to the environment, or at least not in the quantity necessary to supply the demand. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, consumers prefer an increasingly wider selection of food products such as tropical fruits and vegetables, premium coffee, and a greater variety of wines, beers, cheese, grain products, and preserved meats. Imports account for about 19% of all consumption in the United States. Today, more than ever, the movement toward a green farm exists, and students in FFA will lead the way for this into the future. Winoa Hodder, Executive Director of Food and Water Watch and Food and Water Action Fund, states, "Today, a movement for healthy, sustainable, and local food production is inspiring large numbers of people who are voting with their food dollars, organizing direct marketing arrangements between farmers and eaters, and engaging in many exciting initiatives to educate and excite people about changing the food system." Additionally, FFA chapters across the nation engage in programs to challenge students' thoughts and ideas and to test the boundaries of agriculture. At Rantoul High School in Illinois, teacher Roman Fox challenged his students to submit samples of their high-quality soybeans to a national program called High Yield Plus Quality. This program is funded by the Illinois Soybean Association with a program goal to make sure U.S. soy is the highest quality, highest value, and most competitive in the world marketplace. Although this program gets samples annually from farmers and agribusiness leaders across the nation, this submission was the first from an FFA chapter. The chapter's involvement in the National High Yield Plus Quality Program inspired organizers to encourage more schools to submit soybean samples beginning in the fall of 2017. Undoubtedly, this will open the door for agriculture teachers across the nation to challenge their students to become more involved with the competitions outside of FFA. Experiences learned in an FFA classroom or through a competitive experience as a part of this organization will have an effect worldwide. Students learn the importance of clean drinking water, an affordable and sustainable food supply, and the importance of products such as grains and oils in the global market. Additionally, one of the most important aspects of the FFA is to provide a safe food supply. However, perhaps the most important role that agriculture can play between America and the rest of the world is on more of a political playing field. Agriculture and the products that are available in America are needed worldwide. Cuba is a perfect example to see that agricultural products can be used to bridge a gap between countries. While trade between America and Cuba has been strained or forbidden for years, talks have resumed as Cuba realizes the importance of products coming from America, such as food and other imports, to the sustainability of their country. There are American investors actively seeking agreements on the island. Tourism brings hard cash, yet tourists in the millions will put additional pressure on homegrown food supplies, potentially increasing the amounts of imported food. Increased food purchases from other countries would impair unsustainable import costs to the national budget, running up deficits and further eroding the ability for the Cuban government to find favorable credit. Perhaps one of the most important lessons learned in FFA that can help to make a difference worldwide is respect. Through respectful and fair dealings with other countries, the United States of America can ensure everyone has what is needed, and often simply wanted, while helping enhance relations with neighboring countries as well. This is an organization dedicated to change, an organization many support. This is an organization that has changed how many see the world and their place in it. Additionally, this organization makes a difference every day, and it does so one student at a time through community involvement, personal betterment, self-reflection, and holding yourself to the utmost of standards. The values taught by and required through this organization include hard work, ethical decision-making, service to others, and self-confidence come from being a part of individuals all coming together from a common goal. FFA not only shapes individuals, but it shapes communities.
Holes in the floorboard ain't no sin. We don't want to get wet, but don't get in. 1973 suits me.